Untouchables. Who were they and why they became untouchables? By Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Part 5, Chapter 12. Why did non Brahmins give up beef eating? The food habits of the different classes of Hindus have been as fixed and stratified as their cults. Just as Hindus can be classified on the basis of their cults, so also they can be classified on the basis of their habits of food. On the basis of their cults, Hindus are either Shaivites, followers of Shiva, or Vaishnavites, followers of Vishnu. Similarly, Hindus are either Mansahari, those who eat flesh, or Shakahari, those who are vegetarians. For ordinary purposes, the division of Hindus into two classes, Mansahari and Shakahari, may be enough. But it must be admitted that it is not exhaustive and does not take account of all the classes which exist in Hindu society. For an exhaustive classification, the class of Hindus called Mansahari shall have to be further divided into two subclasses. That is, one, those who eat flesh but do not eat cow's flesh, and two, those who eat flesh including cow's flesh. In other words, on the basis of food taboos, Hindu society falls into three classes. One, those who are vegetarian. Two, those who eat flesh but not cow's flesh. And three, those who eat flesh including cow's flesh. Corresponding to this classification, we have in Hindu society three classes: 1. Brahmins, 2. Non Brahmins, and 3. Untouchables. This division, though not in accord with the fourfold division of the society called Chaturvarna, yet it is in accord with facts as they exist. For in the Brahmins, we have a class which is vegetarian, in the non Brahmins, the class which eats flesh but not cow's flesh, and the Untouchables are a class which eats flesh including cow's flesh. This threefold division is therefore substantial and is in accord with facts. Anyone who stops to turn over this classification in his mind is bound to be struck by the position of the non Brahmins. One can quite understand vegetarianism, one can quite understand meat eating. But it is difficult to understand why a person who is a flesh eater should object to one kind of flesh, that is, namely cow's flesh. This is an anomaly which calls for explanation. Why did the non-Brahmin give up beef eating? For this purpose, it is necessary to examine laws on the subject. The relevant legislation must be found either in the law of Ashoka or the law of Manu. The end.